Did you ever want to buy a cute pot but decided against it because it didn't have a drainage hole? Well, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to drill a hole in different types of pots and a glass terrarium. By the end you will know how to make a hole in ceramic, unglazed terracotta and concrete pots as well as terrariums. Let's start with the easiest pots to drill, unglazed terracotta and concrete, which are not very prone to cracking and fast to drill through. The best drill bit to use for these types of pots is a masonry drill bit designed for bricks, concrete, rock, etc. I like to use the 3mm one, though you can easily go lower or higher. If you want a large hole, I would suggest using a small drill bit first and then make a hole with a larger one to avoid cracking. This drill bit will go through any terracotta or concrete pot that has not been fully glazed. Technically, it would also make a hole in these glazed ceramic pots, but it takes an absolute age and you can also crack the pot. First, we get the drill bit into the drill. If using a battery operated drill, make sure the battery is fully charged as it will produce faster spin, resulting in easier and faster operation. And now we drill. You can mark the middle first if you want. I'm more of a let's get on with it type of person and just go for the approximate middle. It is also possible to drill more than one hole, but extra care needs to be taken as you can cave the bottom in if you make too many, use massive drill bits or push too hard on the drill. Some pots are glazed but leave the bottom bit exposed, which will still make it suitable for masonry drill bit. This pot is super thick and takes a little bit longer to get through. These pots are usually sealed, which makes them waterproof, so when a hole is made, it should be given a once-over with a masonry sealant to stop water getting into the pot. To be entirely honest though, when I do this for personal use and not to sell, I don't bother with the sealant and I'm yet to experience any adverse water damage to the pot. Having said that, do use the sealants just to be on the safe side. Now the pot has a hole, it's ready to be planted out with gorgeous outdoor succulents without getting too worried about overwatering or leaving it out in the rain. Now let's do ceramics and glass. I use the glass and tile drill bit, but you can also get the diamond tip drill bit. This one here is 4mm only because that was the smallest size available when I was at the shops. I usually use the 3mm one. I'm going to make sure my battery is fully charged as drilling holes in glass and ceramics can be quite tough. I'll be drilling into this gorgeous turtle pot which has pretty thick walls. And also a glass pot which I see used in a single plant arrangements often. When it comes to drilling glass and ceramics, I always have a bottle of water handy to cool down the drill bit and the surface of the pot as it gets really hot. I would highly recommend using some protective gear like goggles and gloves. This may save you if a bit of glass goes flying or the pot shatters. Thankfully it has not yet happened to me, but you just never know. You'll have to excuse the state of my drill. We've been doing some reno work and I've not yet had time to give it a good clean. A bit of a cloth, or in my case polystyrene, will protect the pot from scratching or shattering. Good quality pots like this one have a thick layer of glaze. Getting through this pot will take a good few minutes. Much will depend on your drill bit. When they're new, it takes a bit less than worn out ones. Mine has made quite a few holes to date and will probably take a while. When you see smoke coming out, pour a bit of water on the pot to cool it down and dip the drill bit in as well. You will hear a hiss once it starts getting pretty warm. It goes without saying, but just in case, do not touch the drill bit or attempt to change it at this stage. You will pretty much be able to see the water bubbling due to the heat. When the tip is in, do check often for the window to the other side. You do not want to shatter through and rip out the surrounding glaze. You may have noticed earlier I did this with the terracotta pots where I ripped out the color on the inside. If the height and the width of the pot will allow, it is always best to start drilling from the inside once you've made it through to the other end. Now I can see this hole, I'm going to flip the pot and finish it off from the other side. Don't put too much pressure on the drill and keep going until you've gone through with the whole drill bit. Even though we now have a hole all the way through, it still takes a few minutes to finish. And this is the moment I've been waiting for. We're done and none of the glazing around is damaged. I've left the glass last as it is a major pain in the backside to do a hole in. Definitely wear protective glasses and gloves, as glass can shatter a lot easier than ceramics and can be razor sharp. The glass can get pretty hot too, and it is quite important to not let it heat up too much as it can crack and the pressure of the drill can easily break it. Annoyingly, when the glass is too hot and you try cooling it down with very cold water, it can crack too. The best thing is to just keep watering often. After 6 minutes of drilling, we're finally getting somewhere. The tip of the drill bit is very close to reaching the other side. With glass you can see much better when you're about to get through and can start drilling in the opposite direction much sooner. I have to admit I'm a little bit over it by now and I'm going to just make a good enough hole. All I want from this hole is to drain water and not let plants sitting in a soggy potting mix for days on end. And this will just do. No shattered glass or chips. To me, this is kind of a job well done. And that's how you drill holes in pots. The only one I haven't covered is tin or metal pots. The process is the same, but you'll need to use a drill bit for metal. You'll also need to seal the hole, as tin pots can otherwise easily rust. I hope you found this video useful, and if you'd like more succulent related content, you can subscribe to our channel or visit succulentgrowingtips.com. If you'd like to buy some of our plants or pots, go to fernfarmplants.com.au. If you buy one of our pots, you can request drainage and I'll make sure to drill that hole in for you. Thank you very much for watching.